Thursday.
Thursday.
I almost said Monday.
I know, I was with you.
Happy Monday. It's Thursday.
Thursday.
Thanks for joining us for our create along today.
Yeah.
And today I'm excited. We're doing the heart notes.
Okay.
And we're doing the gnome hats with the arms so we can show how to put that whole thing together.
Okay, so heart notes we looked at on Monday.
Yep.
Just this Monday's first look. In the gnomes we looked at last Monday's first look.
Oh my gosh, that's
I know.
a week and a half ago. Holy moly.
So I'm excited to get to all of this tonight.
And yes, I am too. And we're gonna get started, but I'm gonna put up our little message here. Welcome. Oh wait, that's the wrong message. Hi, we're excited to see you.
Monday brains, yeah. Monday brains on Thursday.
Let us know you're here. Type in the comments so we can see it's you and we can say hi and see what you're doing. Let us know if you're creating along with us or if you're creating along on the replay. Say replay. So and we're getting better at this. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe to and like our channel.
Yeah. Subscribe so you get alerted when we go live.
Exactly. So first things first, both of these three of these main things we're talking about today are printables.
Printables.
And printables are Sparkle City's version of file, like downloadable files. So we design them, and then when you buy them, you can download them. And so you're not getting anything in the mail from us for that. But you download them, and then you print them as many times as you want. And one thing I do with mine is it's a giant folder. One thing I do with mine is when I print out my printables, because they can get out of control real fast, and they're everywhere, and I don't know what's
especially when you start cutting into them.
Yeah, they get everywhere. So I take them and I organize them in, like, this is one of my favorites, like a pocket file folder. I don't know. I've had these for like 10 years. I don't even know where I got them. Probably an office store or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I put what it is here and then maybe what it is over, like, generally.
Yeah.
I read that for a second. I thought I had a typo. Generally what it is, like, it might say, if I have it broken down even more, like I have some that say penance, or I also have anything I've cut apart or I've made as a sample, I keep in a zipper bag, and it says working files or samples. And so I can keep organized, because as you're using,
these zipper bags.
We love these zipper bags. So Panda has samples from Winter Wishes in there that I could add to our collection. And the best part about the printables is you can use as many as you want when you want. The hardest part is keeping them organized so you know what's where when you want to use it. So
you just got to figure out what works for you. I like the zipper bag. She likes the folder. Yeah, because I can have my cut and uncut stuff in here.
I just needed I have the zipper bags with the other things, but I needed these organized in a little spot.
Because you have the full collection.
I have a lot in here.
Multiples.
I have pennants in here. I have all the Valentines, lots of love collection. So we're going to get started with the heart notes. So let me go to my little file folder here.
While you're pulling those out, I'll say one thing about printables too is so nice, because you can print them at home, or you can send them to like your local printing. So like your local office store, or if you have another printer you like. So it's really versatile depending on like if you need one or you want a whole bunch for a bunch of things you're making.
Exactly. Thanks, Panda. Okay, and while we're creating today, we want to make sure that everybody stays hydrated. So
hydration.
We're not sponsored. Oh, look, hi Trish. Oh, hi CJ. Trish said hi CJ. So make sure you're drinking your beverages.
Yes.
Okay.
Water is life.
Water is life. Okay, let me switch our camera view here. And we're going to go here, and we're going to go flippy floppy, and we're going to get rid of that little banner. Yeah. So with this, you can see all our heart printables here and the tops of our heads. So in this collection, we showed there's 10 prints, but you get 17 papers because some of them are opposites and they go different directions. So the first thing we need to teach you about these heart notes is you do not cut first. You fold first. Fold first. Okay. So I'm going to just I'm just going to take my top sheet. Move my papers behind me here. Okay, so we have a couple different lines here. We have these lines that run top to bottom and lines that run side to side. The finished product of your cute little heart note, which looks like this.
It's so cute.
And when you open it, it turns into a heart. Now, your finished product will look the best if you fold as closely to those lines as possible. So a couple things you can do is, for instance, if you have, I have right here, this is a mini scoreboard. If I have a mini scoreboard, I could cut this apart in half and score the lines. Or if you have a big scoreboard, you can score the lines to help you get more accurate lines. That's like expert level.
Yeah, we did. I made a bunch of these at once.
Yeah.
I think we ended up making 15.
Wow.
So, you know, we did the scores, and it was nice because it made it a little faster.
It helped it.
Yeah,
Okay,
it helped
so
it
that's
go
good.
faster.
Well, I'll show one on here too. But first, let's start here. So what I like to do is I like to start with these long lines. And what I found best, exactly what Panda's doing, what works the best for me is to lay a heart down, kind of pull it up here, find where that line is, and make sure you really get on that fold.
And then if your paper is printed straight, you can line up your sides.
Right.
But you want to line up your lines, not your sides, because, you know, some printers might pull a little bit wonky.
Yep.
I have one printer that pulls a little wonky, so you got to pay attention.
Yeah. And as Panda's using the edge of her scissors, you can use the edge of your scissors to make your line nice. You can use a pen. Anything that doesn't have a color to it, you can use your scoring tool to really get those lines in there.
Yeah, if you have nail polish on, do not use your fingernail because some polishes will come off.
That's a good tip, P.
Mine usually does. I don't have polish today, so I could use my finger if I wanted.
Let's see.
Okay. Oh, see, this is a little off, so I'm just going to adjust a little bit before I get that nice score line.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, so
this I know next up is where you like to open yours.
Yeah, I like to open mine.
This is where we differ. So you show your way first, and I'll show my way next.
Okay, I like to open my paper all the way back up, and then I feel like our camera's not focusing very well. Let us know. Let us know what you all think if the hand camera is not focusing well. Don't do like me and cut the heart out first. That's what Trish did.
Yeah. I mean, you could still do it, but it makes it very difficult.
Let me see if it can. I think there's a little focus button here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that worked.
There it goes. Okay. Maybe that's better for you. Okay, so what I like to do is open all the way back up, and then we do exactly what we just did. I kind of roll it a little bit till I see those lines. And it's not about perfection. It just goes together better.
Yeah.
If your folds are good.
So I like to keep mine closed, which this method was taught to me by Gnomeo. I'll give the props there.
Gnomeo.
And then I like to fold it while it's still the sides are folded in.
Yeah.
So this one, you have to you're folding, your folds are this way, so your folds are folded in, and your folds are up, and that's the way you're folding. Because if you fold this way, your pretty print will be on the inside,
good
not
tip.
the outside.
Good tip.
But this made it kind of easier for me to manipulate when I was folding.
Oh, thank you, Trish, for telling us the camera's good.
So your lines are inside when you're folding this way, but I felt like when I was trying to line up my folds after I cut them, this method was way better for me. So you got to play with and see what you'll do. And also, I know I'm going to cut this out, so I like to cut them in half already.
What? You do?
I know. It's rogue. And I'm just
with
following
the paper
this.
Folded?
Yeah, I'm following it because this is your high part.
Oh, that scares me.
Again, well, you know, I made quite a few of these. So
okay,
this is
so
like
your
advanced level.
Okay.
Yeah. So then I can do this and do my fold in this way.
Okay. Smart.
And then that way I can really get my edges straight, because I struggled with this way, getting my edges to line up.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because if your fold lines are not straight, when you go to fold this little guy here, these edges will kind of be angled out. Again, not the worst thing in the world.
No, not the worst thing. But this just helped me kind of get that straight line that I was really struggling with on the other way.
Yeah. Nice.
So I fold, you can start to cut.
Oh, okay. So once you have all of your lines folded, I like to just cut my heart apart, these two apart. It just makes it easier for cutting. And then the other thing I do is I take my scissors, and I don't do the end chomp because I don't want to get a weird little nick. But I take my scissors and I go just straight down into that point right there, because when you come around here and you're trying to angle your scissors all crazy in there, sometimes it makes cutting that center part out difficult.
And now we get to fussy cut.
Yep. So now we're just going to cut off the white paper. And on some of our designs, they have a white base, or like stuff's just falling. My cards fell over. They're just falling. It's raining.
I think it's because you bumped when you pulled out.
Yeah, I bumped some stuff over there. I thought there were ghosts in there. Ghosts over there. But some of the hearts have a very light, thin gray border because it may have a white background pattern. So you got to know how to cut out your heart. So that's one way. So I do that little slashy thing so that it gets rid of some bulk of paper. Man, my brain feels like it's a Monday. Trying to.
And if you're new to fussy cutting, some fussy cutting tips. Amy already said, don't use any of your scissors because you get weird chomps. Because if you do this, see, you get that little like nick in there.
It's like a little
first if you get a nice cut. So you always want to use like the middle of your scissors. Another great thing is to move your paper, not your scissors, because it's easier to move your paper around than move your like cutting hand.
Yeah,
because arms don't like to move weird ways, right? Unless you're a contortionist.
That's right. And these, I think these are kind of therapeutic, and you could do them in batches. So sit down and fold 10 sheets of hearts and then cut them apart because, I don't know, it's just relaxing.
Yeah.
It's relaxing. Okay.
So then, oh, you're cutting both.
Yeah, I was just going to cut both first.
I was jumping ahead. I was excited.
I know. And again, we said this on Monday, but I think one of the best part about these prints are that they are not strictly Valentine's. The only one that's really too Valentine-y to me is this heart print, the sweetheart print. But the rest of them, I think, just celebrate just love in general.
Love and hearts. And if you're having trouble with this excess paper, do like a rough cut. Just get it out of your way. You don't need to worry about it.
Get up here more, please, so people can see. We're also learning to lean forward more with our hands. So if for some reason you don't see our hands, just type in the comment and say you're not doing anything on camera. Because I don't know why. I think when I am creating myself, I tend to hold my arms closer to my body.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's just how it goes sometimes.
I think because we're used to like where our workspaces are.
Yeah.
And they're not usually so center of the table.
We're sitting really close, you know, so we can fit in my little studio here.
Which makes me happy. I get like snuggles.
All right. So Panda is a fast fussy cutter. She's really good.
I love to fussy cut.
Okay. So now we have our little heart notes. And so the easiest way to do is you just fold your sides in. You fold up like the part with the little bumpies, and then you fold the top down. Isn't that cute? Mine turned out pretty well.
It's so cute.
And then, so a couple things about these is we do have a couple different cute little things on the website. We have these beautiful foil hearts. We have these cute, these are probably my favorite ones to use.
Oh,
these cute little pink hearts. You open those for me? And then we have this set of foam hearts, which are like 3 or 4 different sizes, I think, of foam hearts in there. So what you could do is write your love note in here. And I think, first of all, you can write your love note either direction. It's up to you. It doesn't really matter. But the reason I like having these smaller hearts is because I don't want them to like rip apart the heart if you're using like maybe this really big sticker. So
if your notes on there, if you're putting like a paper in there or a little note in there, use a big one that can tear it apart.
So I'm going to put my little heart on here. Now, see how my heart print, the direction of my heart print looks super cute with my envelope closed? Is this the same print? Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to show, here's the, this is the opposite.
So this one here is like the same direction on the closed side of the envelope, where on the back side of the envelope, it seemingly seems upside down, but it doesn't really matter. They're just hearts.
But so they gave you both, so you could use like, because if you're going to package it with that front part, you want that one. If you're going to package the other way, you might want the other way.
Exactly. So we gave you these prints that kind of go one direction. We gave you in both directions.
I'm sure I was going to show that right here.
So you keep showing hearts, Pete, and I'm going to do something that's going to go along with these.
So this one you can see, I've practiced this quite a bit now, so I'm fast. Don't be disheartened, because when I first started these, disheartened, and I'm playing with hearts. When I first started these, I was not this fast, or this, they were not successful. There was some that just, got recycled right away.
Yeah.
So I'm going to cut this one out, and then I'll show you the difference, like Amy said, with the 2 directions. So again, fussy cutting. just relaxing. And what's great about these prints,
oops, sorry.
What's great about these prints is you can, you need to cut a little bit in because, you're still practicing your cutting because we all like stopped cutting in 5th grade. All this stuff, like you don't have to like practice doing those worksheets anymore and all that stuff. You can cut a little bit in and that's okay. It's not going to like ruin the design. No one's going to know that your heart was, a 1/4 inch bigger to start.
Exactly. Exactly. So I think I want 1.5 inches. What I'm doing here is I'm using a piece of our pattern paper.
I love the pattern.
The pattern paper. These pattern papers come with the printables for the pennants. So each pennant design has 2 sheets of coordinating paper, and they coordinate with all these notes.
Ooh.
And with the gnomes. So I was just using my paper cutter and cutting a couple strips, and I'm going to show you why. Because I showed on the Monday first look that these envelopes fit perfectly on the front of our craft boxes. Yep. But also I wanted to showcase, besides the craft boxes, so here's our craft boxes. They come in, I don't know where the sticker went for that. They come in a pack of 5. And then we also have pillow boxes that come in a pack of 5.
I love a good pillow box.
I love these because you can pre-decorate and just have your gift wrap ready. And then when it's that time, you can then populate the box. And by the way, we're going to have to make Stelly some Valentine gifts for her Dogtopia time. So I'm thinking maybe we could do some of these and put some candies and stuff in them to take to her people at Dogtopia.
She started going to Dogtopia a couple days to get
she
some
goes
friends.
To doggy daycare a couple times a week for a couple hours to get some friends. But I'm going to use a pillow box and put one of our papers on there so we can kind of see what we can do with it.
Oh, you're making a band.
Yeah, I'm making a band.
Okay.
Oh, and to put a pillow box together, in case you've never done it, they have these scored lines in there. And this guy with the little thumb hole goes in first. And then the other flap closes over, and it still looks pretty, but so you can actually open the box. So because that side goes in, you're going to want to do the same with the opposite side because that's going to be the back. And I just kind of take my finger and roll that under.
Your knot side, you want to make kind of your top or your opening end.
Yeah. So if it was going to sit this way, this would be the top.
So show why she's gluing that. We're going to show this real quick. So you can see these are the 2 different directions. So if it's an envelope, if you want to like display it as the envelope, you can see this end. If you want them not to see the envelope, you just want them to see the cute square, so like maybe cute. When you're sliding it in that belly band, you can use the one that goes this direction.
So cute.
And when they open, it, depends too. Because now when you open this one, it's upside down, which is okay. But, it's just your preference. We just wanted to give everyone options.
And I'm going to use my little mat. This is our project mat here. I'm going to use our project mat to help me make sure I'm putting this on straight. Because I'm not known to be the straightest applier. But also I collapsed the box back down because you can decorate this pillow box flat or popped and it doesn't make a difference. But some people it's easier to decorate it flat.
Yeah, it doesn't change the
and you can
right?
I'm going to use hot glue, but you can use liquid glue. You can use probably some double stick tape, but I like a little glue. And then oh yeah, look how straight that lined up.
Ooh,
because
that's
I use my mat. Oh, and I like to if I have the room, which there was a little extra glue right there. If I have the room, I like to fold this end under so it gets a nice like straight line there. So,
oh, that's smart.
Yeah, I like it to have like a like when you're wrapping presents and
yeah. I love that like folded line.
Yeah, right. Okay, so I have this simple black and white band on there. Oh, it looks great already. Oh. I'm going to pop it back up so I can see how this is going to feel. And then, oh, there it is. I was looking for this. What's wrong?
I cut before I folded.
Did you do that on purpose?
No.
Oh,
so when you're done with that, we'll show how you can do that.
Okay, so I just had a little piece of star garland here, which we have star garland in our store. And I think it just makes everything look pretty. It's not I don't think it's a holiday specific thing.
No.
I just think it adds a little sparkle. And it'd be easier if I did this while it was still flat. But I just do a little twisty twist there. And if you do it when it's flat, you can probably get it a little tighter. Let me do that. Because it's sliding off a little bit.
What color?
It's
heart?
live TV, people.
Live TV. What color? Which heart are you going to do with that one?
Heart note?
Yeah.
I'm doing my one I just made over
Okay.
here. They're
I don't know
red.
if you need me to cut a different one out.
No. Can you give me a pen out of there though?
Of
The
course.
fat pink one. Yeah. And then I like to use a pen to do my little twisty. And depending on how thick of pen you're using, like this is kind of a chunky pen, so I'm gonna get some chunky loops.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I know, right? Chunky loops. And then what I'm gonna spread those out a little bit. I do want to take one of these foam hearts. So I have foam hearts here, and I know there's a big one in here.
Oh yeah, can I have a little one?
Yep. So you have whatever you want out of there. Now these have sticky on the back. So if you're gonna use them and stick them on something, like if I was just gonna stick them flat to this box, it'd be fine. But I want it to go over this center, so I'm gonna need to use a little bit of hot glue. So I just put a dab in the middle there.
A little dab will do, yeah.
Little dab. And then put my heart down. So cute. I love it. And guess what I did?
You did it upside down?
I put it, oh wait, I think I could flip it real fast. Nope. We're committed. So pay attention. It doesn't matter, but I put it upside down. And then what I can take is my little heart note that I sealed here, and I can slip it right under this belly band. Look at that.
Look how cute that is.
That's adorable.
And if you did notice, I did put the backer because I just wanted to show it so I could take it off.
Smart.
Look how cute.
But look isn't that cute? And that was so simple, right? So it was just using literally a piece of paper, and you don't even have to put this heart there. You could, it would be fine without it too, but I just like a little center mark there.
I like because you can take that note out and it still feels like it's decorated.
Yeah, that's a great idea. And here's the one we had from the other day that was already had the band on it, had some twine, a foam art, and then of course this note.
So
love
cute.
it, right? So we have a ton of different, like, you can customize it, and then you can take these and mix and match them into all of the lots of love.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
Things, right?
These go with the pennants. These go with the any of the papers to make bands. Yeah. Yep. So I folded.
Oh,
so
yeah.
There's two ways. You can take a heart that you haven't folded yet and fold it to help you make this template. But I have some right here, so I'm going to use one of these. So what we're going to do is we're just going to do either way. You can do it this way or this direction. I'm going to do this one so you can see a little bit better. So I just put one I already folded inside. I know these folds are done, so those go there. So then I'm just going to use this as a little guide to help me fold so I don't have to, do any crazy math or anything. I'm just going to use that. Sorry. My nails are shorter than I'm used to right now. So here we go. We're just going to fold over like that and help use that as our guide.
Stand by.
You're fine. Go ahead. Here we go. Then we're going to find where that fold is on this side. And there we go. Crisis averted. And we could take our little guy out and we can go ahead and make sure these little folds are super nice now. So then here we go. Yay!
I'm back.
Figured it out.
And you know what?
And you're like, oh, this is a little high. That's okay. You can always adjust it down a little bit.
Oh yeah, look at that.
And just kind of refold it. So yay, it's okay. It can be fixed. Or if you're like, oh man, that's too much, you could print another one out, honestly. Yeah. So,
or if you feel like you maybe have the propensity to cut things out on accident ahead of time, just keep a folded heart by your side and you
template
fold them. But and if you have a scoreboard, we were going to show that.
Oh yeah, here I'll show.
Do you want my little scoreboard?
Yeah, I'll take your little scoreboard.
Scoreboard. So if you have a little scoreboard, this is called a mini scoreboard. You can use this to score it so you don't have to rely on your folding. Oh, and Trish said, let's see what Trish said. She said, putting a flat style pair of earrings in the heart envelope in a gift set I'm promoting to my customers for Valentine's Day. That's so cute, Trish.
Oh, yeah,
you'll have to tag us when you post that.
Hint, hint. That's why I made the other hearts.
Oh, that's why you made them?
Yeah.
Oh, you're doing, see, I thought you'd cut one apart.
Okay.
You don't have to. I'm just saying if you have.
Well, I just wanted to keep it straight right now.
Smart.
This one I know is printed pretty straight, so I'm going to use the edges.
Okay.
So here, this is our scoreboard. If you've never used a scoreboard, it's really fun. It just helps you get your line straight. So you just put your little score tool wherever you want and do a line, and then it does like a little
I see it.
cut in, and you make it much easier. Makes it much
easier.
It helps get that beautiful fold without like paper cracking.
And you just have to be careful with your pressure so you don't stab it.
Yeah, practice first. If you're not
push it up and
if you're not used to or comfortable with this. Yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna find the line that's closest to our little cut and line it up as best as we can. And there we go. So then I'm going to start, and I'm just going to score all the way down. I'm just going to do this one heart on this baby scoreboard. Okay, so then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to line this up as best I can. If you're having trouble finding where that is, you can trim this. I'll show you on the sides. You can trim it down so you can line your line up right away. But I'm pretty confident in my eyeballing. So let's say you're like, oh man, that's too far away. I can't find that. Yeah, I'll do what Amy said and cut it out. On the fly, people.
Good job.
So this way you're like, oh, that's too far away. Cut it out so your lines are closer. And then you could be like, okay, this is where it is. And
try your best to
get it flat.
It's easier with a full-size scoreboard, which we do have full-size scoreboards too. Yeah. But this is just a little. Oh, dang! You did pretty good, Pan.
I score a lot.
Yeah. Pan is a professional.
I'm a professional here.
So it does help if you have trouble folding like straight lines. This is definitely a technique that is helpful.
Yep. So then here you can see my lines. So you would think that when you're scoring lines, you would make that what kind of looks like a mountain in a mountain. But you actually do opposite. You're going to take this kind of looks like a valley. See, it's bumped down, and turn that into a mountain. That's because you're training the paper. Then it will help you not crack.
We turn all of our valleys into mountains.
Yeah, you turn your valleys into mountains and your mountains into valleys. So this is a mountain turning
into a
valley. So see, now it's a valley.
I love it.
So same thing. Then look how nice that is to fold. It's so smooth. You didn't even have to look at those lines again.
Yeah. That's
so
nice.
Just different methods.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's hard to fold in air. Different methods.
Yeah. And if you were like maybe having somebody help you, like you could do it where one of you scores, one of you cuts, one of you folds. I mean, so.
Yep. And ready to cut out.
Awesome. I love it. Okay, so that's our heart notes. Woo. That was fun, right?
I love heart notes.
I love heart notes. But one of the other things we wanted to talk about today, and this is going to take us a few minutes to kind of talk about, are the gnome hats. So let me pull out my gnome hats.
Gnome hats.
Oh, jeez. So our gnome hats that we showed before are these cute little gnome hats. And we turn them into like full adorable gnomes.
Did you say adult gnomes?
Adorable gnomes. And I think probably the most important part of the gnome hat is that is not the folding template.
No.
Is the folding template. I found it. Folding template, which we just practiced folding our lines, which you might have to, that might be okay. We just practiced folding our lines. And so we want to make sure that we have our folding template cut out and folded very precisely on these lines.
Okay.
Now this one, you have to make sure that the line, like that top corner is a little rough. So maybe you could fix it for me. You want to make sure that you have that template right, just because it makes a big difference in the final product. I was seeing if I had another blank template in here, which I don't know if I do. So with this template, when you get this file, it comes with, I don't even remember how many gnome hat designs. Quite a few gnome hat designs. Plus it comes with this one here, which is just a blank gnome hat. And what this is so you can print this on your own paper, like colored paper, and then you have the shape to cut it out.
Oh, okay.
But it also then comes with this gnome hat template. And once you perfect your gnome hat template, you don't have to do it again, it's already ready to go. And that's going to help us fold. So let me pick a gnome hat for you, Pand.
Oh, yeah.
How about the one that matches our free downloads this month?
Heck yeah.
If you haven't already downloaded our free downloads this month, we have a wallpaper for your computer and your phones. And it has this print here. And this is the reminder that you are loved print. So that's your gnome hat.
Okay.
And then I'm going to do this one. I love this one. The lips and the hearts.
Lips and the hearts.
Yeah, so that's my gnome hat I'm going to do. The other thing we're going to do with these gnomes is we're going to give them arms. So let me pull some arms for us. Do you want arms with hearts to go with your hearts?
Which one am I doing?
You're doing that one. Or do you want stripies? Maybe stripies?
Maybe the solid.
Solid? It's got little starbursts in it.
Nope. Stripies, you're right.
Stripes.
You're right. Stripies were right.
Okay, and I'm going to do red because mine has some red on it. And I'll do the little red hearts. Okay.
So can I cut this out first?
Yes. So the first thing you can do is cut out your gnome hat.
And you'll notice it's hard to notice unless you look close. There is a little gray line on these ones, which is really nice too because it gives you a guide of where to cut.
And you want to cut that out.
And we're not cutting this gray line, right?
Oh, no. That's very important. That gray line right there is just to help you when you line up your fold of the hat. Now, we originally designed these where you would roll them and glue them. And I tried, and I'm pretty good at gluing, and it was just really tricky.
I feel like you have to have a certain skill set for that, like a pastry chef where you just fold bags all day. But...
Yeah. And when you're cutting, another tip, I do like these nice long, if you have long scissors, you can do like these nice long strokes if you're going around a curve. Kind of helps you keep that curve. And if you get to a spot like right here, I have to cut this little angle, and I don't want to try to angle my scissors, just chomp it off. And then it allows you to just easily do this. Oh, I didn't put the garbage can in between us today.
It's okay.
All right.
It's all right.
So I have my hat cut out. And when you're doing these hats, you're going to want to test them on the paper you have to see what thickness of paper you want. Whatever is more comfortable for you to work with. So like this is on 28 pound. I think these are on like my cheap copy paper because it was like my samples I was testing. So it just depends on what you want. The other thing we're going to do is cut out our gnome arms. These are called, I say it wrong every time, gnome hugs.
Gnome hugs.
Gnome hugs. And these gnome hugs come in a pink set, a red set, and then a black and white set. And again, it's a printable. So once you download it, you have it forever to use.
And within the pink, white, and black, there's the hearts like Amy's cutting. There's the stripes like I'm cutting. And there's the starburst, which is the one we're not doing right now.
Yeah, it's like solid with little baby starbursts. Like they're really subtle.
Super cute.
And if I had my little baby scissors here, when I'm doing like this smaller area, I like to use my smaller scissors to go around these smaller areas. Like, I don't know, it's easier for my hands, but I'm just using the big mamas today. All right.
So quiet when we cut. We're
I know. I'm concentrating. I'm concentrating on cutting out my gnome arms. My gnome hugs.
Fussy cutting.
All right. And the other components we're going to need too for assembling our gnome is a gnome beard, which Gnomeo, shout out to Gnomeo. He makes all of the gnome beards that you buy, and he just rocks at it. So we have our gnome beards. And then we also need our craft 2x2x6 box that we showed earlier.
2x2x6.
Yep. Okay.
Or a wrapped box of that size.
Or a wrapped box around that size, yeah. Maybe you have like a lotion or something. Okay. So let's discuss this guy, because this is probably the trickiest part of the gnome hat. So we start with our pretty side down, because our hat's gonna be like this. So we want our pretty side to be down when we start.
Okay.
Then we take our little template here and we're gonna line it up with our hat. So I usually try to line up my top corner first. It just helps me. And then I make sure that I was really lined up there. My sides are lined up and everything's good. Okay, so I need that blue ruler. One tip too I like to use is I like to have like a thin, like this is a pretty thin ruler. I like to have a thin ruler because what I do is I bend up my template, I butt my ruler up against that line, and it helps me. Then I take my paper and I gently tug. Like, have you ever ripped paper on a thing?
Yeah.
Like, kind of like that, but not as forceful. And it helps me really get up hard against that ruler. And especially down here by this tip, you want to really get that fold line in. So I kind of get that folded there. And then I can kick my ruler out of the way and just work my finger down here, get my fold going. I did pretty good at the top there.
Wow, you did really
So
good.
pulling that really helps. So again, like I line it up, line up my ruler, pull, and fold. And then for me, it's easier to rotate and do the same thing on the other side just because I'm right-handed and I'm doing the same motion. So without shifting, I want to make sure I pull that up first. Then I'm going to pull up my papers, and I kind of just rub my fingers along the bottom here to get that fold. Kick my ruler out of the way.
Do you have to keep your template in there once you start folding?
No. You could probably take it out. I just keep it in there because I don't know why.
You don't want to shift it while you're folding?
Yeah, I don't want to shift while I'm folding. So then, because like I kind of got a weird wrinkle here. So it's like, oh, did I not get all the way up to the top point? So you just have to practice. The more you practice, the easier it gets.
So lining up my top point and my sides. Okay.
Oh, wait, let me show too. So obviously I did not do a good job at the top here.
Oh,
Look at my gap there.
Yeah.
So I didn't do something went amiss on this flap here. I can tell because that should be lining up in there.
Oh, okay.
See that there? So obviously I went awry.
Yeah.
Does the template fold correctly? That'd be question number 1. See, our template's off.
Oh, yeah.
So so when you fold this, that line there should line up right along that crevice. And then once it's folded, you won't see that little gray line there because it just covers it. So it takes practice.
I know. I'm excited to practice with these because I've played with the hearts, but I have not played with these gnome hats. So.
Yeah. They're really fun.
This is the first time I'm crafting along with these.
Yeah. And just let me point out too. So once you have it folded, this bottom part like creates a circle, but if you flip it over, this is how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to be able to see a little bit of the white of the inside of the back from the front. The back is a little longer.
Is that too far over? Because I can see my dark
No, that's
line?
okay. No, because you actually want to cover that line. So again, it just takes a little practice. So making sure your template is set up correctly, which I knew that one was a little wonky, is the best.
We adjusted it, but not quite enough.
Guess we should sell like templates that we've cut and folded for people.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Right? Here's your
here
template.
we go.
Yep.
So I have mine lined up.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm putting my ruler in the edge.
Yep.
Help me get that nice line.
Yeah, and this top pointy part is probably the hardest, but you did good already.
I like paper. I play with paper a lot.
So there you go. And then
see, look, I moved it.
Yeah, you gotta.
So you gotta practice.
Yeah, you just gotta practice. That's all.
Okay. And then I think I want to flip. Yeah.
Yeah, it just is easier with the right hand.
Mm-hmm.
And again, the more you do this, the easier it gets for you. Or if you are like, I don't need to fold it, I can just roll it and glue it. Then do it. That's why we have that flap there, because that is like the glue point.
Mm-hmm.
So once you have it lined up, you just put your glue. Well, I like to actually put my glue along this outside edge that's going over the top, so I know that it's getting the edge. But this is definitely like your glue applicable area.
Yeah. Oh yeah, see, I feel like this one I got a little wonky, so I didn't pull it in tight enough.
And it's okay. Again,
it's practice.
Takes practice. And then I just take my hot glue, your liquid glue, whatever you're doing, go along that outside line. Put that on a second and fold over and push down. And then you want to make sure that you don't get glue over too far because you don't want to seal your hat. So just pop it to make sure that you didn't glue it shut. And that's like the hat process. Now, they have little fold lines because we folded it. So you can always like pop those out a little bit by kind of reversing it. And depending on your paper you're using, you'll have a little more flexibility with it. But honestly, once you put them on, they look fine.
When I was playing with the hats that you already put together,
yeah,
I liked the one that had the fold lines because I felt like it stayed on the box better for me than like ones that you just had that were the circle.
Yeah.
Like that, or that you never folded before you glued.
Yeah.
I really thought that worked a lot better for me. And I'm going to do it this way because I don't feel confident in my edge right there. And I probably didn't do enough glue.
Yeah, I don't think you did enough glue, but there you go. Oh, man, Panda needs some more glue.
I went too fast.
You were a little thin on the glue.
I was trying to catch up.
You're fine. Okay, so amazing, right?
I gotta know that.
I love it. It's just so cute. Do you know what the other thing you could do with this? I mean, the patterns are upside down, but you could use it as a cone.
Totally.
And fill it with something. But here, Pand, I already have a pre-assembled box for you.
Oh, thank you.
Now, I may have ripped stuff off of these, so they have a couple little blotches, but we're going to cover them up. So our next thing is we need to take our craft boxes, and I personally like to, when I pop the box up, it has like a seam where it got glued together. I like that to be in the back, and I like this roll, like the seamless part, to be on the top front.
Me too.
Top front. Yeah, so this is our box, and when we built this gnome, the cool thing about it is you can have the gnome ready, and then you can just pop the bottom of the box open without ripping it and fill it even after the gnome's already assembled. So that's not going to change anything for the assembly. So, Pand, here, I'll let you pick first.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
We have 4 beards to pick from right here.
Let me see.
And if you've checked out
I gotta do all my styling. See, okay.
If you checked out our beards on the website, Gnomeo does a great, I almost called him Papa. That's what Stella's name for him is. Gnomeo makes all the beards, and they're all amazing.
Oh, so many fun options.
Yes.
Oh, this looks really cute.
Oh, that looks really good.
But I think I really am going the crazy gnome right now.
Oh, I like it. Okay, I better style my gnome.
Yeah. Yeah, look at that.
Let's see. I have red, lit red. I'm going all red. I'm going all red. Look at that. A red gnome. Okay, so to assemble our gnome, we're going to start with our beard first. Did I leave Scotch tape in there? If not, it's okay.
Scotchy Scotch. No.
So
tape runner.
Yeah, I think I have Scotch tape. I like to have a little Scotch tape. Oh, yeah. Give me we'll use the washi for right now. I like to have Scotch tape, or you can use washi tape, but I like to not glue this beard down because I want somebody to be able to reuse it. Now, we do sell our gnome beards. Our gnome beards are often used with socks as like the little hats. And so when I do those, I tie 'em around the back. But this guy, I'm going to show you. Here's your piece of washi.
So you'll notice, because I'm not as used to these, so I had to find them. So the gnome beards have 2 things that look like part of the beard, but are super long. This is to help you tie. So you don't actually, like she was saying, like Amy was saying, you don't have to glue it to the box. Yeah. You can tie it on, or we're going to do the little hack of just using the string to hold it on the box. Or
if you want, go for it. Glue it to the box. Doesn't matter. It's your thing you're assembling. Now, for lining up, I usually line it up so my gnome beard, like the bottom of the beard is like kissing.
Oh, so he can stand up without sitting on his beard?
Stand up without sitting on his beard. And then I just take my tape and I tape this top right here on the top. And then I tuck my strings inside the box when I close it. Just to get them out of the way.
Could you also tape them right here too?
Yeah, you could tape them on the inside. You could do whatever your heart desires.
Okay. Someone's going to have a giggle when they open this Valentine gnome and it's Santa Claus.
I know, right? Inside. And the best part is like the hat just like, I mean, it fits perfectly. It just sits right there. But I want to make sure that the hat doesn't fall off. And if you want that to be a little more secure, you can glue it to the top. I mean, it's totally fine.
Or could you just do a little double stick? It won't hold it there, but it will keep it from sliding around a little bit.
It won't move once we put the arms on.
Oh, that's right. I forgot we're doing the arms.
So the hat, what I like to do is I like to position the hat so it's kind of angled a little backwards like that. Like shove it on there.
Oh, too low. He stepped on his beard.
Too low. So I shove my hat on. You can see from the side, it's like kind of goes straight up the back and then angles to the front. Put her on, Pan.
Your hat seems so big.
Oh, jeez. Maybe your hat, if you don't get it all the way over that fold line, your hat might be a little big.
You can see my gray.
And that's okay. I'm going to show you what we'll do with that.
Okay.
So I like to put it on. And then I like to, as you can see here, I've already done this once. I like to put a spot of hot glue just back here. Nice little dollop. And just push that on there.
And hot glue warning, if you do not have Teflon fingers like Amy, don't use your finger to hold it down. Use your finger protectors.
Yeah, and I didn't, centering is not my greatest skill. I didn't center my sidelines very well, but it's okay. He's still adorable. So you can go ahead and tack your hat just like that, Pink.
Okay, what if his hat is a little big?
It's okay. He looks
Okay.
adorable.
Ooh,
Now, because there's nothing in these, they are front heavy.
yes.
So FYI.
Sides lined up. Get my dollop of glue.
Push it down. Do you need me to do it for you?
No, I wanted
Okay.
to get where I wanted the hat first.
Okay. There you go. And you could, his beard's very nicely
Yeah, now
combed.
push
You
it
could,
down its top.
you could fluff him out.
Thanks.
The other thing is you have that little hot glue square there. You could use that
Yeah.
as a barrier.
But you're right there.
Okay, so I think he's adorable, but what he still needs is his arms.
I know. Look at him. He's so cute.
He's adorable. So for your arms, all you're gonna do is place them over your gnome and roll your gnome over, and we're gonna glue them straight on the back here.
Do you always tuck all the beard in?
I do, but once you get it glued, you can style it how you want. You can pull his hair. I lined those up perfectly. I don't want to move them.
Don't move them.
I just did, but it's okay. So you just line your gnome arms up and glue them on the back here. And again, be careful if you're using hot glue and you're not used to hot glue. Oh, I wasn't even on the screen. See? Glue. Oh, hi, Mal.
Let me tell you.
Oh, hi, Nomeo. Love the hats. He's wearing his red felt one right now. And thank you for the reminder, Nomeo. If you don't want to make paper hats, don't worry. We have you covered. We sell in a pack of 3 these amazing red felt gnome hats. And they work perfectly for any gnome that you want to make. And you can keep it straight like this, or you can cuff it like that, which is adorable. And you can put it on. Oh, here's my gnome up here with the hat. You can put them on your little gnome just like that. And then you don't have to make a hat. So we do have these available in packs of 3 on the website if you'd like a red felt hat. So let's see.
Cute.
Let's put that up there. Oh, Nomeo.
No, ma'am.
Love it. And then thanks Mal for the shout out. Love it. So look at that, P. Look at my little gnome.
He's so cute.
He's so cute. And then here you can kind of like mess around with the beard.
Yeah, look, I pulled a little
style
beard
it.
out.
Yeah.
So just his little hands were poking out with the heart.
Oh my gosh, Pan. That is so cute.
I was really excited about this cradle one because I haven't got to play with the gnome beards as much. So it was really fun.
Aren't those fun? And the best part is like you can order the gnome beards and the boxes, and those come ready to go. So really, your only work you have to do is cut out the hats, or not even.
Oh yeah, can I try this one?
Yeah.
So this is what the boxes look like before they're popped up. So super simple to pop. You just make the square and you fold your flaps in.
There's a beard for you.
But I'm gonna use this one that we already have.
I deconstructed a couple gnomes.
And then let's pull out. Do you have one of the bursts that go with this?
Yeah. The red burst. Of course I do, in my file folder here.
So let me remember the steps. Find my long strings. Make sure he can stand up without that stepping on his beard.
Yeah, and it's like they don't fall over once you have something in them.
Yeah.
Like this guy has stuff in him and he's like, oh, nice and heavy.
Santa Claus washi tape.
That's funny. I didn't even think twice about the Santa Claus washi tape.
I think it's going to be just a fun surprise for someone.
Yeah.
Probably you.
Probably me when I put the samples away. So I'm just cutting out these cute gnome arms. Oh, Trish says she tucks her arms in, like into the hair, like Panda did.
Like this.
Let us know.
Yeah. Oh no, I got the washi stuck. Oh, there it is.
And washi, and again, I probably wouldn't recommend using washi because washi does not hold.
Washi is
very
not an
long.
adhesive; it's a decoration.
Yeah.
So here I'm just tucking my little strings in. See, washi. Oh, my watch is telling me to stand.
Okay.
So look at this adorable felt hat that's already made. He just slides right on.
He's so cute.
And let me get him positioned right. Yep, where I want my beard.
And they already come glued even. You don't even have to glue the hat together.
Actually, this one with this hat, I can totally pull the beard up even higher.
Yeah, so that's one thing
Love
too.
that.
Like these hats, the felt hats are a little smaller than the paper cones because they're fabric, so they manipulate differently. Oh, into the beard like Panda does. That's what Trish said. She tucks
Into the beard.
She tucks the arms into the beard like Panda does.
Look at how cute that is.
He's adorable. Here's your arms.
I almost forgot about the arms because he was so cute already. So a little tuck. I'll just pick some, like parting hair. That's super cute. But I want to see these cute bands on this one. So I'm going to leave them untucked this time. No, leave them tucked. That's the right word.
Yeah, leave them
tucked. So then, oh, hi, Stelly. So let me get my little glue on the back. Get my first one. And again, I do not have tough, long fingers like Amy. So I'm going to use my little silicone to hold it down. Oh, that's so smart. Your little, and you can get little silicone fingertips that helps. Oh, you pulled yours enough to overlap. That's good. I did, yeah. Mine just like butted up against each other because I left it on the outside of the beard. Oh my gosh. Well, and different beards are different fluffiness. Depends on the yarn we're using for that beard. So some might be a little tamer, some might be a little fluffier. So you gotta try it out. Oh, Mal said, oh, I have, that's adorable, P. And I honestly didn't even tack this on because it holds, but you could just do a little glue tack again. Exactly. You're right, Mal. You better order some hats and arms to give us Galentine's. Come on over. We'll craft them together. I love it. And one thing, let me go ahead and share. Sorry, I'm just looking at the share screen. I want to show you on the website. So let me share this. Oh, let me make it just a solo. Okay, here we go. Got that to be bigger. So I messed it up. There we go. On the website, if you type in GNOME, you'll get all of our GNOME things. So we have all of our great beards. Look at that. And then we have some other printables we haven't shown today, which are our GNOME tags. So you could totally use these GNOME tags along with the gnomes, and they're just so cute. And blank ones. We'll have to pull these out too. Yeah. Because they're so cute. And then we have, if you don't even want to mess with any of this, we have the GNOME printable, which literally, oh, I keep going to the wrong screen. Literally, you can just wrap the GNOME paper. Yeah. And you can buy a snowman kit and use the hats on there. Or they already have their hats. They already have hats. And we do a milk carton fold right there. That shows it. And then also with these, you get extra noses and extra feet that you can pop up to make 3-dimensional. And those have individual different pattern designs there that you can get for only $2.49. What a deal. What a deal. There's a couple different patterns. And then, of course, you see our arms here. A rogue beard down there. And then there's our felt hats. So, we also maybe have some other stuff coming up soon. That's another holiday theme sneak peek there. So you can check that out on the website. Let me stop that screen. Hi, we're back. We're back. Okay. That was really fun, P. Oh my gosh. Yeah, look at these. Look at these. I went back. That was really fun. I know. Here's a couple we did. Poke my eye out with this gnome hat.
And then, of course, circling back to our cute little love notes.
Oh, yeah.
Our heart notes. Heart notes. So I feel like we covered a lot today.
Yeah.
And again, these are things that take practice, right? A little bit it just takes practice to get used to the cutting and the folding. And once you do, it'll be a professional. Yeah. Or if there's a little kid that needs practice.
And some stuff is okay if you're like, I'm not into the gnomes, but I'm into the heart notes. We gotcha. Yeah. That's why we do more than one thing, because, everyone likes different things.
Yeah. I just love gnomes. And of course, if you're still looking for some Valentine's themed things, we have all the pennants that we made. There are some up here behind me. And we also have, if you haven't seen it on the website, if you go to Sparkle City Academy, we have something called the Package with Love workshop. And that is a free workshop that you can sign up for. Oh, Panda. You just next leveled it.
I know, he's so cute.
I didn't even think of it. Oh, Mal said she loves the purple beard. Panda, oh my gosh.
I love him.
I just fell in love with him even more with the little pennant banner. I love it. We have a Package with Love workshop, which is a free workshop, and you can just purchase the printables to go with it. And it's also very Valentine themed.
Yeah.
And it's a whole bunch of different things than what we just talked about, but it's printables as well. So, oh my gosh. Hold him up. He's the cutest thing I've ever seen. So Mal said, OMG.
So cute.
And Dale said, Nomeo, awesome. Looks good. Thanks, guys. Thanks so much. All right. Well, we just want to remind you, today is Thursday, right? Today's Thursday.
Yeah.
So we want to remind you that on Monday, you can join us. You can join us for this week's first look on Monday. So
what's it gonna be?
I don't know, but we
know, but you don't know.
But thank you for being here with us, and come back Monday here at 5:00, and we'll see you for first look.
Thanks, guys. Bye.